Alrighty, guys, we are back. It is day 4. It's 8:30 at night. I am standing here on my soapbox. Uh, um, During the night, I went and I pounded a bunch of rocks because I didn't think I had enough cobblestone yet. Today, we are going to build our day 1 horde tower, our week 1 horde tower. Excuse me. I went and got the stuff out of that chest, brought it back. I ended up going and getting those 3 or 4 items out of that house and bringing them back. Um, in front of the house, I don't know if you can see it, there's a wooden frame. Excuse me, dang. There's a wooden frame there. That is so that I can mark that house that we've gone through it. Um, I don't remember, yeah, I changed, or I actually labeled that house. It wasn't labeled before. It now has a little tent and it says workbench so that I know that there's a workbench in there. You know what I ought to do is I probably ought to, while we're at it and thinking of the same thing, let's go over here and go mixer. So we know there's a mixer in the trader that we can use. All right. So what I have done is I've laid out where we're going to put this tower, and I picked this road because if you look at the map, that's the main road that kind of comes through the town. It's the widest road. It's on a corner, which makes it even wider. Um, I wanted to have the blacktop underneath because if these guys come and they pound on stuff or they blow up or what have you, blacktop is 1500, dirt is 250. All right, so I wanted to have some place where we could not have to worry about getting our tower torn down from underneath of us. Um, the other thing I did is I started making the cobblestone uh, rocks with the dirt that we had dug up from all the digging we've done for the treasure and the stones that I gathered. And I made 200 flagstone blocks. I don't remember how many flagstone blocks this stupid thing takes. I know it's more than 100. So I went ahead and got 200. And I've laid out my foundation. And I make my foundation 5 by 5. So I went and measured and I kind of centered it up. It's not perfectly centered on the road, but it's pretty damn close to being centered. So now we just, we fill this in. And I have had a lot of luck, at least early on, with this tower design. It's not my design. I mean, it's pretty standard. A lot of people do it, blah, blah, blah. So then I want to upgrade all of this to flagstone, from cobblestone to flagstone, because here we'll do this. That's 500. That's 1500. It's cheap to do it, and it takes decent damage. I wish I had a nail gun, because this would take much less time. And this particular design has served me well all the way into like week 3, week 4, um, week 5. You just have to do some upgrades to it. I have not done like the 99-day horde and things like that. I've not done that. Not saying I couldn't. I get to a point where it's like, okay, I want to do something else, and I go off and I forget where I'm at on the build, and I forget where I'm at in the game, and then I end up starting over. So we got our base. If I had concrete, I would put concrete down and then build on top of the concrete and build the whole thing out of concrete and then go from there, but I don't. Um, that's life. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is fine. Let's go take a look. Yeah, 6 is fine as far as height. But I generally do 7. It's just I like that little bit of extra height, especially I guess now the zombies really stack and things like that. So the little bit of extra that it gives me makes me feel a little more comfortable. So there we go. So now we're just gonna build the rest of it, you know, great big square. And I will probably speed this up for you guys so that you guys don't have to stand there and watch me do this, because that would be stupid. So this will probably end up being a little bit of a shorter video. Simply by virtue of the fact that I'm doing them by day. Crap, I hate when that happens. Alright, and then we're just gonna upgrade this so that we can fill in. And we should have this pretty much done today, with the exception of maybe around the bottom. Because like I say, even though they've really nerfed the wooden spikes, I still put them down. I like them there just to kind of give me an idea of where the zombies are coming in from. The iron spikes aren't terrible. They're kind of what the wooden spikes used to be. And we just fill back in. And you want to be careful that you don't paint yourself into a corner. To where you can't get to some of these to upgrade them. Alright guys, so there we go. That is the beginnings of it. Now, I know it doesn't look like much right now, and it you know, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Right now it ain't shit. I realize that. But we're only talking the first week. These are not going to stay here. These are gonna move. But from up here, you got nice field of view, what have you. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to change these blocks, and we're going to change into arrow slits. Now, in the past, I've done various things. I've used the ramps, and then I've built out from the ramps with bars, what have you. The arrow slits, I've kind of gotten to the. I kind of like the arrow slits lately, because I can upgrade the arrow slits with concrete and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to run arrow slits along this edge, and by doing that, it is going to allow us to come out here and essentially stand over this edge. Come on. Did I screw up? I screwed up and went past it. Damn it. Okay, there we go. It's going to allow us to come out here and stand on this edge and shoot down at these zombies. And have a bit of protection and what have you. Now we want the corner piece, flagstone full corner. Is it already? No. We're going to work our way through the permutations of it. And if you don't know how to do this, you hold down the R button. Will give you all of the different variations, or the rotation. You can pick which one you're set on. Alright, so then we upgrade them. And the reason I did the arrow slits the way I did is so I can stand on top of them without having to deal with like that little wedge shape in it. I could have turned them the other way. I don't know if it gives me a better field of view graphic wise, but this works. You know, you can still see right down to the ground, which is where the zombies are going to be, is right underneath of you anyway. You know, and I can still shoot straight down. I can see, if I come over a little bit, I can see the edge of the wall. I can shoot at these guys, what have you. And guys, that's it. I mean, we're on day 4. We're not even halfway through the day, and I didn't screw around. I didn't, you know, what have you. But there we are. But now here's the thing. We still have to worry about, this is where we're going to shape. I'm just going to go back to here. You know what? That center pole, flagstone pole. Let's just go ahead, since we're eventually going to upgrade these puppies anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. So we need 11 more flagstone blocks. Recipes, flagstone blocks. Since we're going to upgrade these suckers anyway, let's just go ahead and start with flagstone pole. And this is the corner version, right? And we're going to put one here. Let's raise ourselves up some. 1, 2, 3. Turn it by 1. Oh, I still got the multi-directional rotation on. So now we have to find the right location. Okay, so there's that. There's that one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So what we're doing is we're going to build a roof for the vultures. It's not going to keep the vultures out. They're still going to get in. If there's an opening for them to get, for like a window or something, they will come in through it. We have to have an opening to be able to shoot out and to get in and out. So they're going to come in, but we're going to limit how they come in. So what we're going to do, recipes, excuse me, we're going to do two things. We are going to do catwalk stairs, and 5 times 5 is 25, so we want 25 of them. 25, craft. And we're going to do fences and railings. And we're going to do 30 to start. I don't know exactly how many this is going to take. I don't remember. I don't have it written down. But we're going to do that. So now we're going to take these. Now you notice, even though the picture shows this one here, there's multiple things you can do with this. So we want the wooden catwalk, but we want the flat wooden catwalk is the one we want. Alright? And we're just going to build ourselves a roof. Now, this setup is pretty bobo and pretty basic. There are a lot of people out there who do these videos who build some pretty darned amazing builds and amazing setups. This isn't meant to be that. This is meant to address, sugar, that's right, because we got the outsides too. So 5 is 7, 14, 20, 24 more. Dummy me, we need 24 more. So we'll do 20 just to be safe. Make sure we have the right number. I don't want to waste my wood. So we'll do 20. Yeah, it is going to be 24. What am I thinking? Because I get the corners and 5 on each side. So eventually, when you get the forge going and you have an excess of iron, you can go back and you can upgrade these puppies with forged iron, and they'll then be a metal roof for you. The posts, you can upgrade them with concrete later. and then reinforced concrete and steel if you really wanted to. Kind of a waste at that point because you're probably going to have something better built by that. But this is certainly, we want 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. A decent enough fallback position later on in the game that if you keep it, maintained just to, because you've built it, you might as well maintain it, to give you a place to fall back to. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these fences. And again, fences, they start out like that. You can shape them. I like to use these because you can shoot through them. And ultimately, you can upgrade these to metal rails, which you can still shoot through. I learned the hard way that if you use the wrong type of railing, some of this railing you cannot shoot through it. And I wanted to be able to shoot downwards in an angle at these guys. Of course, we're going to leave a space open for us to get in and out of the tower, right? And then we're going to do the same thing at the top. So we're going to go up here and we're going to rotate these, and I screwed up and I passed it again. I know it looks kind of weird because it's not, it doesn't match up right. I could have turned, I think I could have turned, I'm not sure if we can turn this crosswalks upside right. Alright, we're going to need 1, 4, 9 more at least. We'll make 10. No, we'll make 9, and then I'm going to look at it. Because we're going to want a corner one. Because one of the things with the way this works, if you look, see there's a whole box where that thing is. So what happens is in these corners, if you put one here, you can't put one across here because that box is already taken up. So that becomes a problem. So you have to find something else for the corners. That one's done. That one's done. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Alright. So now we have to do the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can either do that, sugar, or which I think I just screwed up. I should have done one of these because I'm trying to remember which one is the right one. Oh well. We can always scrap it. Yeah, we're gonna scrap this. I'm going to put these down here. We're just not going to be able to shoot through the corners. Is the way we're going to do this. That's life. Now, you can, in theory, I guess, yeah, you can, in theory, get these to flip over, right, until you get the proper orientation. And you would think that when you use them and they're supposedly flipped over, it would be flipped. But what we're going to find when we go to upgrade them is that they won't be. So now look, now we have the vultures. They can beat on this wood, they can eventually get through the wood, but you're kind of protected. They're not going to sneak up on you as much. You can go down here and you can shoot at these guys, and we're not even halfway through day 4. I mean, we got a late start, you know, and we're already there. Now, let me leave this one here. Now, what I like to do, like I said, is I like to put in spikes. So, I like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out, because I like 5 rows of spikes. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of spikes. And then I just build the stairs. And I'm just using wood blocks because they're cheap. And since you're going to be on the tower, they're mainly going to be coming after the tower and not after you. So they won't beat on them as much. Now we can actually go, and I think I'm going to go five out, because the zombies jump nowadays a bit further than they used to. So there's that. Now we are how many high? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So just to make our life easier, we're going to do this. So there it is. Now I'm just gonna, all I gotta do is upgrade these. I'm not gonna spend the time right now to upgrade all of them. I just want to show you. And I mean, I've got enough cobblestone. I could have built this out of cobblestone. I just wanted to get it done. And that's why I'm not going to upgrade the rest of them. I'm probably going to take them out and put cobblestone. But the point is, now, you know, I can run up here, come across here, snatch them up. I suggest putting something here, because they will come across and jump and trying to get in there. But now I can sit here all night and plink away at zombies, and as they start to, you know, beat on a side, I can move to another side. And for the first week, flagstone is plenty. They're going to destroy some of the blocks, but that's okay, as long as they don't destroy enough for this thing to collapse, and that's not going to happen unless you get really unlucky. They're not going to destroy this thing. Not in the first night, or not the first horde night. It's just not going to happen. Now usually what I do is I line everything all the way out to here, all the way around, concentric rings of spikes, just because. And then once I get concrete, and if I get concrete before day 7, I will come in here and do it. And I'll take this first we're gonna need some more of these anyway, just for traveling. This first 2 rows, I will go all the way around and upgrade in a band all the way around this thing. The first 2 rows with concrete. Most of your damage is going to occur right along this right here, so that's going to protect that. The same thing goes for here. I would come down like the bottom 3 rows maybe, and flagstone and concrete if I really, you know. But like I say, I'm gonna make a bunch of flagstone blocks, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. I'm gonna trade this out. Doesn't matter if we have extras, we can use them to repair later. I'm gonna trade out the rest of these for flagstone. Oops, we don't want to go too far, obvious, apparently. You got to keep in mind structural integrity. It is a thing in this game. Certain things will only reach so far. Luckily, I wasn't stupid enough to take them all out. I was stupid enough that I would have. Luckily, it reminded me not to. Right. Alright, so there it is. So later I'm going to come back and I'm going to take the wood out and I'm going to make it all flagstone. But that's it, guys. So short quick video today. I'm just going to continue to march on this and upgrade this stuff. And that's going to be kind of all I'm going to do for the day. I'm going to go down and I'm going to go cut down a bunch of trees, and I'm going to make spikes. Also, since I do have cement powder, or powdered cement, whatever, from harvesting it, I'm going to see if I can make concrete over at the trader. If I don't have enough stone, I'm going to get stone, and I'm going to make concrete. So by tomorrow, who knows, we may have this whole thing belted in concrete. And look, if you feel like you're overwhelmed in this game, we're on day 4 and we are already safe from the first week's horde. And I honestly can't say that I rushed to do this. I mean, I dicked around with going on the little dig quests. I dicked around with, looking through buildings and stuff like that. There's no reason you can't at least get through the first horde night, maybe even the second or third horde night. It's totally doable, guys. So don't get frustrated. I mean, yes, there's an advantage I have in that I've been playing this game a while. I'm not gonna lie about that. This is not my first rodeo, but now you have that bit of knowledge from, having seen me do it. It's doable. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it, man. And if you die, so what? If you die, so what? That's part of the game. It's, so have fun with it. All right, well, like I say, I'm gonna continue to march on tearing this stuff down, what have you. Maybe I'll record it and I'll just speed it up so you guys can see what all went on. Yeah, that's, I think, it's going to be it for the me yapping part of the video, unless something comes up. during the day here that you know, I suddenly get attacked by, you know, a horde of zombies or something. I did last night get a bear. That's the other great thing about that tower. I got that fence. The bear went up and he wanted to get in and eat me, but because I had the tower, or I had the fence, he couldn't get in. So I was able to just shoot him through the fence, go out and harvest like 60 or 80 meat. You know, that was kind of nice. All right. Have a good day, guys. All right, so if you stuck with me this far, like I say, I'm going to speed up the rest of it, and so we should be back to where we were. Um, I forgot you need sand to make concrete. So I had to turn my stone into sand, which means I needed more stone to add to the mix because it takes 3 items, not the two. So while I was waiting for the sand to uh, be produced, I figured I'd go ahead and see if he had any quests, and he had a couple of berry quests or berry supply quests. So I went and banged both of those out. Um, got some decent stuff from him. Uh, got a book. Got some shotgun shells. Found some other books in the supply run or the buried supplies, whatever. Um, I went ahead and scrapped the rest of my cobblestone because I figure I can always get more cobblestone, but I needed the stones. So while all that was doing that, I went and did the two dig quests. Um, since we're gonna have to kill some time tomorrow and what have you, waiting on concrete to mix in the mixer, and since we are really kind of at this point ready for the 7 day horde, with the exception of maybe putting down some spikes or whatever, I figured I'd go ahead and do a clear quest. So tomorrow we'll bang out a clear quest, and what have you. Tonight I'll probably go pound rocks, and get us some rocks together so that tomorrow we can make the rest of the cement, or the rest of the concrete rather, and we'll be able to do that. I should have taken that little tiny bit of sand I had with me, but I didn't. That's life. Um, put this stuff away, what there is of it. Oh, I found some blackstrap coffee, which is kind of nice. Got myself some food out of all of this, which again is also nice. We're gonna put these two here. This is all gonna be my cell shit for now. We'll keep this food for later. We're out of chests, huh? We're gonna have to do some consolidating and what have you. Let's go ahead and we're gonna hold on to the sniper book till tomorrow in case not everybody stuck around for the whole thing. I hope you did, but if you didn't, you didn't. Alrighty, guys, that's it. And at this point, I'm going to stop recording. All right, you guys have a good night.